He is ready. No, you can go. Okay, all right. I had a whole thing prepared. Now I'm nervous. You're standing right here. So welcome to Hamilton Comic-Con, guys. This is the Daisy Duke Catherine Buck panel. Now I look terrible in the shorts, but I have worn them when I'm washing the car. All right, so please give a warm welcome to Catherine Buck, Daisy Duke, everybody. All right, not bad, right? Okay. Okay. Hello. So what we're gonna do, guys, is she's gonna say some things off the top, you know, welcome to Hamilton, all that kind of stuff. Then we're gonna take some questions, guys. What we want you to do is, if you have a question, come up to either side. So my name is Eric, and over on that side,
I'm Victoria. We're gonna be your hosts for the panel.
It's Victoria. So we're gonna take, if you guys want to come up here and ask a question, you get to talk directly to the lovely lady herself, and she'll answer the questions as best she can. You guys ready to get started? I don't know, Comic-Con, there might be a CO2 leak in this room. Are you guys ready to get started? There we go.
Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here in Hamilton. What fun! And this show is so great. And if you have any questions about Dixie Hazard, or you want to know something that, you know, or you want to know something about Young and the Restless, I'm sure some of you do.
I have questions.
You do? You
No.
have questions?
But I am excited.
Yeah. I'll answer them, and but there is that saying, whatever I say about Young and the Restless does not leave Hamilton, okay?
What happens in Hamilton stays in Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's our unofficial tagline. Vegas actually stole from us. What happens in Hamilton stays in Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because most of us don't leave. You know, we stay here. We're happy here.
Yeah.
So as to get to go far. Okay. Any questions, guys? You can come on up, or whatever you'd like.
Yeah, you can come on up.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
I was just wondering if you are you still in touch with the other members of the Dukes of Hazzard team?
Oh, he just asked if I was still in touch with the other characters from Dixie Hazard. Yes, I am, most definitely. I just saw Alma Beater Jones, who is married to Ben Jones, and they have Hooters. I just saw her last weekend in Charlotte. I did the rollout for the 2017 Jeep, the new Jeep. They have these Jeeps now that can actually swim and move. The chassis moves like an old wagon, you know, where the chassis, a wheel can go here, a wheel can go there. Do you know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about.
I get it.
I'm going to show you a picture. So yeah, I was doing that, and she was there. We were at the Charlotte NASCAR, and the weekend before, I was with John Schneider. We're going to help him get, you know, do some fundraisers for Louisiana and for the rain that they had. Okay, I'm getting to my pictures. Sorry guys, I just think these things are really personal and fun, and I just make it personal and fun for myself too. So you can keep asking questions while I look at this picture.
I'll pull out some pictures. So, like I said, if you have a question, you're killing it today. This is your third panel, third question. Here we go.
Hi, Catherine. Just wanted to say that.
Okay, come here and look at this. Hi, I'm sorry. Hi, see? I know, isn't that crazy? Anybody wants to look at the new Jeep, you can just come right up here and see what's going on. Okay, I'm thinking about getting one now. Okay.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
Good to see you. Welcome to Hamilton. You're finally in our neck of the woods.
Thank you so much.
Any spoilers you can give about Anita, or when are we going to see her next from Young and the Restless?
Yeah, the thing about Anita, and the fun thing about doing a soap opera is that... Oh, why can't he come up? Nicholas, you can come up for a second. But I know this little guy.
Jealous. I took my blazer off for this panel for a reason.
See, isn't that amazing? So here's the deal about doing a soap opera. What I do is I say, look, I have to take my daughter on these college tours. I have a daughter who's a senior, and we have to go look at every college because she's the baby. The other daughter knew exactly where she was going to go and what she was going to do, but this one must want to see 30 colleges. So I said, you know, I I can't be on the show all the time right now. And they said, no problem. So a little bit later, I'll be back. I got to get her in college quick. Any
All right.
questions?
We have a question from over here.
Sure.
Hi, Catherine. I'm wondering what it was like for you to return to the set when you guys did the reunion movie.
Ooh, that's an interesting question. What was it like to return to the Dukes of Hazzard set when we went back for the return? It was great. It was like old home week, except they'd shot a few other things. They shot what was that show? The girls, the Gilmore Girls. The Gilmore Girls had been shooting there, and they're like, okay, now when you're driving, just remember we got to use this set tomorrow for the Gilmore Girls. And so of course they said sure, and then nobody listened, and it was pretty crazy. But it was really nice. There's a lot of memories for all of us at Dukes of Hazzard at Warner Brothers Studio. And last year I had a party for everybody that had been in the show, and everybody that was a part. What made Dukes of Hazzard so nice was that everybody that was a part of the show felt like family. Nobody was above or below or you do that. Everybody was just one big happy family. Warner Brothers and the people that are in power just couldn't believe what happened. 400 people showed up at my house. All the security guards, because they were all our friends. I used to sneak my dog in all the time. And we're not allowed to have dogs at Warner Brothers. So my dog went to work every day with me, and everybody hit him. And all the wardrobe people came, all the Teamsters, all the people that made the gardens, the things that we would fly the cars over. Every person came, and we had the best time because we were just one big family. After all these years, everybody is still family. And so for us to shoot at Warner Brothers it was great. Sure.
Wonderful. Now we got a question over here. Someone, yeah. Well, you're standing here. You might have one. Do you have a question? Not to put you on the spot. I mean, you're standing in the question zone.
The Dukes of Hazzard, right?
Right.
How many cars did you guys total? Do you know that one?
I do know that question. I know that question very well. How many cars did we total? Well, here's the thing about those General Lees. When they would take off, it looked like so much fun. It was, and they would jump, and then they would land, and then they would keep going. What you didn't see is that they would explode. They would they would explode, and the tires would go falling, and the engine would come out, and a lot of times all that left was the stuntman and the roll cage. Oh wow. And
that was me, sorry.
And it was, go see and tell me. Go walk over there and look through the curtain.
Tell them keep it down. Daisy Duke's over here.
Yeah, tell them. So we kept a garage in 24 hours open. We kept them working 24 hours a day, repairing these General Lees. So if you count that, we probably went through 1,000 cars. But we actually bought about 350 cars.
How about your Jeep? Yeah, and your other car.
This just goes to show that women are better drivers. I mean, I maybe went through about 10 Jeeps. Nothing.
Okay.
All right, we have a question from this side.
Hello, how's it going?
Hey, good. Hi.
Is it true that next year is going to be the last year for Hazzard Homecoming down in West Virginia?
Well, here's what's next year. Ben Jones just turned 75 years old. Now, do you think that's old? And you too back there? No, you didn't turn 75. You're just stretching. He is acting like that is really old, and so he is like, I have to retire. I personally don't think he's going to retire, but he says he's going to retire from doing these events. So, would you like me to continue doing them?
Yes.
What should we call it? Think of a name.
You can say Duke Fest, but then it might be people might think it's boxing or something.
We'll call it Daisy's Duke Fest. How's that?
Like that.
Yeah, okay. But Ben's going to do it, and we're going to make such a blowout. We're going to make such a big deal about this I don't know if anybody, did anybody here go to the one, not last year, but the one we did 3 years ago? Oh, wasn't that the greatest party ever? So, yeah, it's going to be better than that. We had the people that reenact the Gettysburg War camping out. We had a whole army of people, so you could see what it was like during the Civil War. I don't know, it's just interesting. So you can take your kids to see that. We did a huge jump for this car. We had barbecue, we had movies, we had people signing, we had people singing. This time, we just bought a property, 13 and a half acres in the Shenandoah Valley by the river, and we are going to, it's 10 or 15,000 square feet of space, and we're going to have shows, and we're going to have everything. There's a campground right across the street if people want to stay, and so we're going to have a big show, the biggest.
Sounds like we're going on a road trip, right, Hamilton? Yeah. Okay, we got one over here.
I'll tell you what, if you say I'm from Hamilton, I'll have something special for you.
I'm from Hamilton.
Yeah. Come June 30th, July 30th.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
I've been such a fan over the years, watched Dukes of Hazzard growing up. Your smile is just so beautiful, it just lights up the room.
Oh,
I would love to see, I have a vision in the future of you, Tom, and John doing a Dukes of Hazzard Next Generation where your kids all get together and you guys are like the Uncle Jesse to your kids.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be amazing. And with the new Challenger versus the old Challenger nowadays, given the chance, my question is, what do you think are the chances of you doing something like that in the future?
Hey, listen, he just asked me what are the chances of us doing Dukes of Hazzard the Next Generation. Personally, I kind of feel with 2 daughters that I'm doing that right now. I'm living that. I'm like, do as I say, not as I did, kids. So I'm sort of doing that, and I know what I can anticipate what they're doing before they do it. So I would love to do something like that. It's just putting your mind to getting it all done. Because you know that I put together the 2 Dukes of Hazzard movies. Yeah, so, and it's a lot of work, and raising 2 kids is a lot of work, and so I don't know. You have 3 kids?
Joker.
Stand up, kids.
Oh, there they
All
are.
right.
They look great, too. All right. Okay. On my side's the popular side. That's not usually the case. All right.
Hi, Catherine. I must say you look incredible.
Thank you.
True story, last year I lined up for half an hour to see Julie Newmar, the Catwoman for the old Bat.
I love her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yes.
But I had an image in my head of what she used to look like in the 60s, and I lined up, and then there's this beautiful but frail looking senior with long white hair, and I said, "You're not the Catwoman." But all joking aside, like I told the guys in my office I was going to Comic-Con to see Daisy Dukes this week, and they said, "Murph, remember what happened last year when you went to see the Catwoman? You're disappointed. You look like you haven't aged a bit. It's just incredible." And
Thanks.
that's all I want to say. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
All right. Just a lot of statements, but that's all right.
We do have a question from over here.
Okay. Question. Hit it.
It looks like she's getting her photo taken quickly.
Hello, welcome to Hamilton. I just had a question. Last year, John Schneider was here, and he was talking about some of the projects he was working on, or projects that he would like to work on. I just had the same question as well. What, if you're allowed to say, the new projects you're working on, or stuff that's out there right now that you would like to get your hands on?
Oh my gosh. As an actress, there's always so many different things that you want to work on. There's so many different projects. Like, who likes Game of Thrones?
This entire con.
Too. I want to work with the dragon. I want to work with I just want to work on that show. But I sort of, until my daughter gets down the road, until around January, till every college application is turned in. It's so competitive now. It's so crazy for these kids to get into school. As soon as all that's done, then I'll be working again. I'll be working on Young and the Restless, and I'll go do Hawaii Five-0. I have a standing Hawaii Five-0 appointment, and then and I don't know what else. I don't know. I'll just audition. I'll start auditioning a lot, and you know, we'll see what happens. But I have a Twitter @_Captain-Bach, and I'll talk about whatever I'm going to do. Sure.
All upcoming projects. Okay, now we have a nervous little girl here who doesn't have a question. She has more of a statement, but we're going to go ahead.
I'm really a huge fan of your show, but the question I have is, how many episodes do you really have in your show?
How many what?
Episodes.
How many episodes do I have in this show? Okay, 7 times 22 is what?
Me and her both don't know. I'm a stand-up comic. I'm not doing
Okay,
that.
so it's like 154, right? So maybe, and then a couple more. What? Yeah, 150, but maybe, and then we did a couple movies a week. Probably 160, 165. Because it doesn't sound like very many, does it?
165. Good. Follow-up question?
Was that a trick question?
Tricked me. Good. Very good. Let's give it up for her, right, guys? She was very nervous to come up here. Now she's here.
That was a really good question.
All right, so we do have a question from over here. Hi, Catherine. A couple of questions. I remember way back, I think it was around second season, CBS insured your lakes for, was it about $1 million, and then Mary Hart shortly after. Have you ever heard of any male colleagues in the industry getting insured for the very same reasons as you did? To find assets.
Okay, I have never heard of a man getting his legs insured.
This is interesting.
But there was a lady, a famous pinup, Betty Grable, that got her legs insured, and I've never heard of anything. I told them I can't do that. That's sort of sexualizing, or it's weird. I don't agree with that. And they said, oh, come on, Betty Grable did it. She's a dancer, and if something happens, you know, we have to do that. And so I said it was okay.
I think with the older stars, it was kind of like a package deal. You kind of had to do what the networks or studios.
I don't know why Mary Hart had to have her legs insured, though. Now that you think about it, why?
Because it followed you, I think, by a year or two that her insurance came, but you were the leader, and I remember it was all squashed through the newspapers.
Yeah, but Mary, I mean, she just interviews people. Like right now, I don't need. I was running in my high heels.
Wasn't it the same network?
I was jumping and running and doing everything, and I still dance in them. So.
And also, you were going in and out of the general league.
That's right.
So I'm saving into the next.
They should have insured the whole package.
Yes. Well, I was going to put
driving with John Schneider. Oh my gosh.
With all the, I remember your character also was car savvy because you were doing things with the cars. How much of that car savviness do you use in real life? Fixing, altering, tweaking.
Well, I'm sort of one of those people that says, okay, for carburetor is a thingamajig. Let's change come on, let's get the fluid up in the windshield wipers. I'm not a technical speaker, but I know what to do, and I know how to change a tire, and I know how to get down the road in a car. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I tried to insure my legs. They offered me a Hamilton bus pass. Oh,
there you go.
Here we go.
Hi, how are you? I'm a big fan. I've watched it for years and grew up with it.
Thank you so much.
I heard a story and I wanted to know about your shorts. That when you got the position for the show, that you cut them and then they started you were trying to make them even, and then it went up and up and up.
Yep.
And at the time, TV didn't see that kind of thing. Is that a true story?
Yeah, well, it's kind of true. What happened is that when I was in high school and sitting on the bed with my girlfriends having conversations, we would all unravel our jeans. Like when they just got so, like now everybody keeps the holes in their jeans and buys expensive jeans with holes in them. When they got like that, we couldn't patch them anymore, we cut them off, and I was trying to unravel it so that it'd be even, but then we get into a big conversation sitting on that bed, and so I do one leg a little more, and then I go, oh gosh, look at this, and then I have to do the other leg, and then we start talking, and that's how it got to be so short. So I wore those shorts all through college. I had those shorts since high school, and I was in college for 5 years, and then on Dukes of Hazzard, they wanted to put me in a poodle skirt. And you know, nobody looks good in a poodle skirt. So I said, please, can I just bring you something that might work? And they said, sure. So that I brought them a pair of, a t-shirt and jeans and boots for running around as Daisy Duke. And then for working in the boys' nest, I brought them a pair of shorts and a little top that I'd made. I had a little side business. In college, I had a lot of businesses. What? Somebody's trying to call me? And then in college, so I brought them a little top, a halter top, and I brought them the shorts, and they said, done, let's do it. That was it.
Thank you.
Sure.
She's in her own wardrobe department. I look terrible in poodles.
Well, for the first year, I was the wardrobe department.
Save the union. See. Anyways, you got one? Okay, we got time for about one or two more. So we got one here, and if anyone else has a dire question, go over there, that side. There we go.
What was your favorite episode in Dukes of Hazzard?
I get asked this all the time. What was my favorite episode? First, I have to say that this show was such a boys' show, because every guy on that show, if you have John or Tom or any of the cast from Dukes of Hazzard, just remember they're all guys. They remember every word they said. They remember every engine. They remember every plot point, everything. For me, the thing that really attracted me the most in the show was probably Officer Daisy Duke and the Ghost of General Lee. I love that. Ghost of General Lee was amazing, and just the writing. I mean, the whole thing was just a lot of fun. And then Carnival of Thrills. I love that, and I love singing the Star Spangled Banner, and I just love the whole thing. I don't think there was a bad episode, really.
I think we can all agree there wasn't a bad episode, right, guys? Hamilton Comic Con. All right, our last question over here on this side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She's showing her a picture for anybody who's curious.
Oh, she wants to know what I thought of the movie. Well, you know, I think the movie, a lot of people saw it, right? Or, well, no, a lot of people didn't see it. You know, it's so hard to do anything in show business that I always hate to say anything bad about anything. And that movie, what I will say is it was a tribute to Dukes of Hazzard. So it was a compliment that people were trying to copy us. Now, if they didn't copy us really well, then that's something else, and I'm sorry that we didn't have the input that we should have had.
All right, guys, that's all the time we have here. One more time for Daisy Duke. We're Bach, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
Okay.
Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day. And if you have any more questions or pictures, you can be over at our booth, signing and taking photos and all that fun stuff, guys. Hamilton Comic Con.
Biggest one, the biggest one, now.